Hey there, I'm an image. But more than that, I'm your image. I'm the first picture you took on your new camera, and now you want to show me to the world. Yeah, something doesn't feel right here. Well, that's because where I fit in best just happens to be the largest international gallery ever, the internet. I'm sure you've heard of places like Tumblr, Facebook, DeviantArt. These sites and many others like it host thousands of content creators with similar thoughts as yours. You want me to be seen. But what does that mean for me? Well, I hate to break it to you, but all that publicity doesn't come free. Since the internet came around, defining an image and who the actual owner is has never been more complicated, and content theft has never been easier to get away with. I wouldn't worry too much about it though. There are plenty of resources and people out there to help content creators like you keep images like me safe. And as long as you know the basics, I'm sure I'll be just fine. The first question you'll want to ask yourself is, who actually owns this image? Well, that's easy. You took the picture with your camera, so it should be yours, right? Well, again, it's a bit more complicated than that. It could be your friend who pulled that epic ollie. Or what about that Coca-Cola company whose copyrighted material is in the frame of the picture? Even buildings themselves are protected by copyright law. The good news is, copyright law takes all of this into account, so accidentally photographing copyrighted material is fair game as long as you're on public property. That's a concept called fair use, which allows people to use copyrighted material for things like review, criticism, and parody. But be careful, fair use has gotten people into trouble as much as it's gotten people out of it. So you own the image. Congratulations! And now you're ready to post it on... Whoa. Wait a minute there. Haven't you read the terms and conditions of using Facebook? While Facebook might be a good social website, they're notorious when it comes to intellectual property. What that means is, as long as your content is on their website, they own it and have every right to distribute it on their own terms. It's like an art gallery that's able and historically willing to let a burglar walk out with your picture. So reading the terms and conditions and checking on the reputation of the website is pretty important, but try not to pull your hair out over it too much. Most of the time, giving up some rights to your image is just unavoidable. I mean, even Microsoft itself can claim part ownership of the image if it was produced in Windows 10. At this point, you're probably wondering, is it even worth it? Well, I'll tell you what. If you think you're going to create great content and not have it stolen at some point, you're just wrong. But you have a few options in front of you for sure. The first bit of advice I'd give you is if you're not planning on using the image commercially, don't worry about it. Anyone out there willing to steal art is doing so because they can't do better, which is actually kind of flattering when you think about it. If you are planning on selling the image or using it in any way to make money, you should probably read this. And make sure that when you do post the picture, people know it is your copyrighted property. You can do this with something as simple as a signature at the bottom, a watermark, or a resolution restriction until the image is purchased. Oh, and get your metadata in order. That's pretty much like putting your signature on the back of the photo. You can't see it on the image, but it's there in case you need it. If you have any trouble, don't worry. Image hosting websites like Shutterstock and Flickr can help you secure as well as sell your images for profit. After that, with any luck, you won't have to worry. But you probably will anyway. That being the case, just go to a website called tineye.com. It's a reverse image search engine that searches all around the web to see if anyone, who isn't you, has one of your pictures on their site. And what do you do when you find one of these dirty, rotten art thieves? You make them wish they were never born! Or maybe not. This kind of stuff is normally just the result of a mistake, and just an email asking them to take the image down will normally solve the problem. Although people have gone so far as to hire lawyers and sue in court to protect their content. It all depends on how far you are willing to go to protect your property. And if I were you, I would do everything possible. I mean, look at me. I'm a pretty awesome picture, and you're darn proud of it. And there are plenty of great people out there that are willing to help you out along the way. Artists at DeviantArt, animators in Newgrounds, photographers in the Photoforum, wherever. Things may have changed since the internet came around, but the art community is still one of the most dedicated and supportive groups in the world. And I'm your ticket in.